Hello, everyone. It's Angela with Create Your Future. So today in our video, we are going to talk about seeing our specific person conform to the version that we would like to have them show up in our 3D. Before we start, I want to remind you about my summer sale. It's got a few more weeks. I think July 13th was how long we were going to run this sale for. So $25 off for any coaching session with me, 30 minutes or an hour, and $25 off on my course, Awaken to I Am. So check all of that out in the description box down below if you're interested in coaching with me, if you're interested in my course, and if you want to get the discounted price. So check it out. Also, guys, we are giving away a free course that has had some awesome feedback. So if you're interested in that course, you can also look in the description box for the details on how to get the free course. Okay, let's jump into this topic. Seeing someone in our life conform, specific person. It doesn't have to just be for a romantic partner. This can be any specific person in your life. Remember, specific person is anybody that you want to see show up differently. So your boss, your friend, family member, your neighbor, whatever it is. So seeing someone show up differently is an easy thing to do because remember, you are not trying to change a person. You are changing your story, your inner dialogue, your imagination, everything internally, and the 3D is reflecting it back to you. So I want to start by saying you see your specific person, you see people conform to that version that you want them to be when you begin to choose yourself. So what I mean by that is you give yourself all of the things that you want from the people in your life, in the various relationships in your life. You give those things to yourself, prioritize yourself, honor yourself, put yourself on the pedestal, and begin to make that a priority in your thinking, in your mental diet. And the 3D is going to reflect that back. So seeing people in your life conform to different versions of themselves is all about you conforming internally to who you want to be and how you want to be treated. So one thing to kind of keep in mind, I guess, is we do all of the work internally, right? We create those inner conversations. We affirm for the things that we want. We create those stories, those imaginal scenes, whatever it is, we do the work internally. But when it comes to dealing with the 3D experiences, it's really important to begin to learn to ignore, detach, and separate from those things that are showing up that you don't like. So the versions of people that are coming in and maybe pushing your buttons and triggering you, it's important to begin to detach from those and begin to go within and truly focus on that new story and not become caught up in those 3D circumstances. That's very important as you are working on seeing a new version of someone. And I want to address that because so many times people say, what do I do about the 3D? How do I manage the 3D? One of the best ways to manage your 3D experience is to not give attention to those things that are showing up and are not what you want. Because when you give attention to the old version of a specific person, so let's say if it is a romantic partner and your person has not been, treating you well, and maybe there's a third party, different things that you are not comfortable with, things that you don't like, things that don't feel good, are coming into your experience, and it is triggering you, it is pushing your buttons, you're getting an emotional reaction, and internally you feel yourself reacting. remove yourself in the 3D and don't give that 3D moment, those 3D situations, your energy. Because when you are interacting with those negative experiences, if we could call it negative, nothing's really negative, it's just a word that we might use to describe what we're seeing. But if you're interacting with a thing that you don't like, and it's getting an emotional response, and you are putting energy towards that, you are keeping that person, say your specific person that is not being respectful, you are keeping them in that version in your reality because you're putting energy towards it. So, really important, when you want to see that new version of someone in your reality, you need to stop giving attention and remove yourself emotionally from those interactions with that old version of your person. It's important to do this because you want to begin to put your energy into that new story, into that new version, and into that version of you that if it's, say, an example of the SP where you're not being treated respectfully, you're going to put your energy into that version of you that is being treated with respect. So you are choosing you in those moments by turning away and not giving attention and not interacting with that old version. And remember, it's a process. So don't feel bad if you get pulled in sometimes. It's a habit. It's a habit of the thought and it's a habit of the feeling. And that literally creates an internal chemical cocktail that you become addicted to and you get used to it. But as you begin to choose you in this new version, choosing you as a person that is, treated with respect, prioritized, loved, honored, on the pedestal, you will begin to move away from that connection, that habit, all of those things that make you feel addicted to that old version and that old story. So choose you and choose the version of you that you want to be and give yourself all of the things that you want from that person that you would like to see conform. So you give yourself the things that you're wanting. So if it's respect, if it's honor, if it's love, if it's being prioritized, you do all of those things for yourself and no longer accepting those things in the 3D reality. And when I say accept, I mean no longer engaging and interacting with those things that are not what you want, is choosing you. It's not forcing yourself or even allowing yourself to get pulled into those things that don't feel good, those things that trigger you and bring out that emotional piece, that emotional response. You want to begin to move into this new state where you are feeling prioritized, where you are feeling honored, where you are feeling cherished and adored. Giving yourself all of those things and beginning to feel that you are worthy of those things and beginning to feel that that's truly who you are. You are prioritized. You are valuable. You are desired, wanted. You are treated with respect. Beginning to feel all of that is your internal story that then pushes out and shows up in a new version of your person, your boss, your friend, your romantic partner. Everything is going to reflect it back because remember, the whole vast world is you pushed out. So you internally prioritize yourself, put yourself on the pedestal, honor yourself, and you will see that reflected back in your person. That is the biggest thing to work on here, is prioritizing yourself. And the way that you give yourself that love and feeling like you're the priority, as I said, you want to remove yourself from those situations that are triggering, that you don't feel comfortable in. You are choosing you. You're moving away from those experiences. You can Also, create affirmations. You can create inner conversations, hearing someone tell you how amazing, how irreplaceable, how lovable you are. You you can script those things. Whatever is working, whatever process you like, whatever tool, whatever method is working for you, feed yourself with all of that you want to see from your specific person. You're going to give it to you because you have to have it internally first for it to show up externally. And listen, you just need to move into those feelings in such a way where it just feels normal. You don't have to get carried away without living in the end. You just want the resistance to be gone so that you can feel like, I am important. I do matter. I am irreplaceable. I am the most important person in my partner's life. I am the most important person in my best friend's life. Whoever it is that you want to see showing up differently for you, you begin to realize that you truly are who you want to be in that relationship. You truly are everything that you want to see them give you. You're everything. You have it within you. You begin to work on that and you begin to affirm it and visualize it and hear it internally, and it's going to show up for you externally. It's an easy, doable process. And remember, everyone is already showing up right now based on some story that you have about yourself, or that you have about the world in relation to you, or that you have about that particular person in relation to you. Everybody is showing up based on your internal story. So now you're just going to intentionally make the story something that you really want, something that you really want to experience. So don't feel like it's hard, because it's already happening. It's happening now. You're just changing the story. You're changing the habit. You're creating something else to begin to feel normal. And you're creating a new normal zone for you, right? So you can have anybody show up in any version at all. Does not matter what the old story is, as long as you let go of it, as long as you put it behind you, and as long as you look towards the future story, the new story, the story that you're working on in this moment. Let go of all the old. I don't care what has happened or how bad it's been or what somebody said. You can always have somebody show up in a new way in your life. I've done it many times. I've had clients do it. I've had success stories. This is very doable. So also get that into your mind. I can do this. It's been done. If someone else can do it, I can do it. Remind yourself of that and increase your faith in knowing, of course, it's possible. If one person can do it, you can do it. If somebody else did it, why not you? And you're always doing it. That negative version that you've seen maybe show up, that came from within you, right? So you can change that. If it's all come from within you, you can create something new. You can create those things that suit you better, those things that you really want. And don't look at it as, don't feel bad if you've had a negative circumstance or something that feels negative show up. It's all part of your process to help you wake up. It's all part of your journey. And so remind yourself, this is my opportunity to see the best version of that person. It's my opportunity to see them differently and to have better experiences. Look at it all as an opportunity, because it really is. It's just the universe, God telling you, let's create a new story around this person, around this relationship, and around the way you're treated, around the way you want things to become in this future experience with your person. So be encouraged, guys. I hope that you feel like you can do it, because truly, if someone else has done it, then of course you can do it too. And if you'd like help with that, if you want to sign up for coaching, check down below in our description box, sign up, and I can help you on your journey, and I can help you create that new version of your specific person. Alrighty, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.